So, let's dive into the wonderful world of cocoa. High-quality cocoa, which is essentially the gold standard of chocolate, is mostly sourced from West Africa, specifically Ivory Coast and Ghana. Why? Because they have the perfect climate for growing this delightful bean, warm, humid, and just the right amount of rain. Basically, it's like the ideal beach vacation for cocoa plants, minus the tourists. Now, speaking of sweet things, Cadbury has a little sugar dilemma on its hands. They use both sugarcane and sugar beet, but sugarcane takes the cake, making up about 80% of their sugar stash. The choice really depends on the environment and what's available where they're making their chocolatey magic. So, it's like choosing between a tropical smoothie or a beet salad. What's on the menu really comes down to the location. The chocolate making process. Picture this, heating, stirring, and swirling to create that smooth mixture. It's like a dance party for chocolate. This careful technique is absolutely key to achieving that iconic dairy milk quality that we all know and love. If only I could dance half as well as the chocolate blends, I'd be the life of every party. Now, let's talk cravings. Ever noticed how we all have our guilty pleasure chocolate variations inspired by local flavors? It's a wild mix of global and local influences colliding on our taste buds, proving that when it comes to chocolate, everyone gets to bring their own flair to the table. It's a chocolate world tour happening right in your mouth. Switching gears a bit, let's sprinkle in some pastry magic. Croissants, those flaky wonders, are produced by layering dough like you're assembling a delicious pastry sandwich. This technique is crucial for achieving that dreamy texture. If only my life goals could be as flaky and layered as a croissant. And you know what's even better? Automation. Yes, machines that crank out croissants with consistency and efficiency, ensuring every croissant is a masterpiece without all the sweaty manual labor. It's like having a robot chef in your kitchen, just without the awkward conversations. Don't overlook the proofing process, folks. This step is like the spa day for croissant dough, allowing it to relax and rise, enhancing both flavor and texture. It's essential, making sure your pastry is as heavenly as a Saturday morning brunch. Because let's be real, who doesn't want a croissant that feels pampered? Now, when it comes to baking, you need to treat those croissants like royalty. You have to ensure they reach that golden perfection without burning to a crisp. Those large ovens are crucial, and if an oven had feelings, this would be its time to shine as it transforms the dough into scrumptious golden goods. And speaking of flavor, croissants are like the culinary chameleons of the pastry world. We've got raspberry, chocolate, and who knows what else, all created to tickle the taste buds of foodies around the globe. Factories are cranking out these delicious variations to satisfy every craving, proving that croissants really can do it all. Now let's shift gears. Robotic arms are getting in on the packaging game. These bad boys streamline the process, getting those croissants ready for the shelves without manual help. This tech not only saves time but also keeps those pesky human errors at bay. It's like having a super efficient friend who never forgets the last piece of the puzzle. And talk about production rates soaring. Automation is making repetitive tasks a walk in the park. Manufacturers can now meet high demand faster than your roommate can eat pizza at 2 a.m. Honestly, how did we ever live without these robots? Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. When it comes to handling ingredients like eggs, automation is the unsung hero. These machines ensure that everything is done with the utmost care and precision, like a chef who never takes a day off. So you can rest assured, your food is in good hands. And frosting? Oh boy, these machines layer that sweet goodness perfectly between cake layers and on top, ensuring that every slice is a picture-perfect masterpiece. Consistency is key, and each bite tastes as delicious as the last. They've basically made it impossible to have a bad slice of cake. No pressure, right? The robotic process doesn't stop there. With a flick of a robotic arm, cakes are adorned with frosting and beautiful designs, enhancing both their looks and flavors. Imagine a cake so pretty, you'd feel bad eating it, well, maybe just for a second. And variety is the spice of life, especially when it comes to frosting flavors. From vanilla to coffee, these machines exhibit some serious versatility, creating cakes that cater to all palates. It's like a flavor buffet happening right before your eyes. But wait, there's more. These machines also whip up personalized messages on cakes, making them look Instagram ready for any celebration. So now, not only do they taste amazing, they look good enough to make your friends jealous. Happy birthday, you lucky cake! And speaking of cakes, a delightful variety awaits, from traditional vanilla to rich chocolate. Each one crafted with care and love for those special occasions. It's like a love letter in cake form. And in case you're wondering about my dream job, it's visiting a cake factory, of course. I mean, who wouldn't want a behind-the-scenes tour of cake production? It's the sweetest dream I could ever have, literally.